Hello, Bucks fans. Welcome into Fiserv Forum, where we are just moments away from tip-off of Bucks versus Heat in Game 1 of the NBA playoffs, Round 1. Well, I say moments away. There's a clock around here somewhere. We are about an hour away, 45 minutes here. And teams are, as you can see, already behind me getting warmed up here on the floor for the first game in the Bucks title run here in 2023. We heard from head coach Mike Budenholzer before the game, and he had a lot to say about Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, and these two teams facing each other. Chris Middleton especially is a huge deal because this is someone who has been on a minutes restriction during the regular season because of his injury. And Budenholzer was asked, will Chris Middleton be on a minutes restriction for the playoffs? Here's what he had to say.
There's no restrictions. We expect him to be good to go, and it's the playoffs, and hopefully, I think the not playing the last couple games and the rest and everything leading up to this, we think he's in a good place and he's ready to go.
As you heard Mike Budenholzer say there, Chris Middleton will be available and no minutes restriction for this game because simply it's the playoffs, and they'll need him. This team has rarely been at full health during the season, and for that matter, the last couple of postseasons. And in fact, this season, when playing the Miami Heat during the regular season, the two teams split the 4-game series 2-2. Giannis only played in one game. This team was never fully healthy facing the Miami Heat. That being said, these are two teams who are still incredibly familiar with each other. They often meet in the postseason as well. I believe this is the third time in the last 4 years playing each other in the bubble as well. That familiarity will not factor into any decision-making for Mike Budenholzer because he says, quite simply, is something both teams have to deal with. Let's hear Bud on the familiarity between the Bucks and the Heat.
There's always stuff to learn, regardless who's playing. I do think, they know us well. Hopefully you can say the same thing about us, that we know them well. We've played each other a lot in the last few years. There's a lot of continuity to the rosters. So I think all of that, I think, it's important, but I don't think anybody's going to surprise somebody today.
But they're talking about the familiarity between these two teams and it factoring into tonight's game and quite possibly into this series. Of course, when it comes to the playoffs at this point, all these teams know each other pretty well. This will be another chance for the Bucks to go back and defend the run that they made 2 years ago after taking an exit last year in the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Boston Celtics. This team has been building towards this all year, bringing in Jay Crowder, resting certain guys on certain nights, signing different big free agent names, making for another title run. And it's all going to start tonight. A lot of that comes down to Brook Lopez. For as much as we talk about Giannis, for as much as we talk about Chris Middleton and Jay Crowder and Drew Holiday, understandably so, Bud says that it's Brook Lopez that really leads the defensive effort for this Bucks team. And when it comes down to playing Jimmy Butler, this Miami Heat team, it's going to be the defense that makes the biggest difference. Let's hear from Bud on Brook Lopez leading the defensive effort for the Milwaukee Bucks.
His communication, I think it starts there. I think to be good defensively, you got to have great communication. He's a guy that's kind of directing us from behind. The rim protection is great. The trust that his teammates have, that he's always going to be there and always have their back. He's that guy that thinks every mistake he takes it for the whole team, and I think guys just love playing with him. They trust him, and he's going to do everything he can defensively to make us great.
But they're on Brook Lopez leading this defensive effort for the Bucks, and a lot of that will come down to it again yet tonight. It's going to be an exciting game here from Fiserv Forum. We're not going to keep you here too long. Go ahead and get ready. Get your friends gathered around if you're watching. We're going to have full coverage for you on JS Online. We'll have full coverage for you through all of the JS Online social media as well. Hannah Kirby is here to take you inside the game from the fan perspective. And then make sure to follow all of our work from Jim Rosarski, Lori Nickel, Ben Steele, all here from Fiserv Forum. I'll be here for you post-game as well. Stick tuned for Game 1 of the Miami Heat versus Milwaukee Bucks here in the NBA playoffs. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next time.